So what the heck even is Overwatch 2? Really, it's fairly simple. It's this game. Except it actually has content. There's a lot of confusion out there when it comes to understanding what Overwatch 2 is because of the weird way that Blizzard is branding it. But don't worry my friends, because I got you covered. I have deciphered the PR speak and I come to you with the results of my labor. I am going to explain everything to you in such incredibly simple fashion that even a degenerate could understand it. I would know. Okay, so let's begin with what is arguably the most confusing thing. Blizzard's claim to fame of redefining a sequel. The way Jeff explains it on stage, he's referring to the Call of Duties of the world where every year you get a new game and as such, all your progress will be left behind over and over again. Their plan is to change that. Should you decide to upgrade to Overwatch 2, you will get to keep all of your cosmetics and progression. And if you don't upgrade to the new game, you are still going to be playing with the same people in the same lobbies hosting the same PvP game modes. They will not split the player base. But I see what you're doing there, Jeff. You're trying to make all this sound way more confusing than it really has to be. Because you see, what he means when he says redefining a sequel really just amounts to rebranding and expansion. Blizzard is no stranger to the idea of expansions, but there's a good reason for why they want us to believe that this is a sequel rather than just a really big patch. In fact, it's the same reason for why Fortnite decided to brand the patch featuring a new map as Chapter 2. It implies that the game is starting over from fresh. Players who think they wouldn't have a chance against veterans when joining midway through its lifespan suddenly feel like they could now jump in and have the same chances as everybody else. It is really smart from a marketing perspective for sure, but makes it really difficult to understand what the heck we're actually getting at the end of the day. So let me break it down for you. Overwatch 2 is literally just a PvE expansion pack. Nothing more and nothing less. It's like the Archives event, except cranked up to 11 and then given an entire game's worth of content. You can definitely choose to ignore it if you don't care about PvE content and still get the benefit of all the other new content coming to the game. And that includes new maps, new heroes, a new core game mode, as well as a graphical overhaul to the game and its UI. Seeing as the purchase of the Overwatch 2 expansion pack only covers the addition of PvE content, everything else just kind of falls into place. We are still playing on the same client. Obviously, we're not gonna split the player base in the core PvP game modes, and naturally we get to keep all of our cosmetics. But it makes them look way better and way more community friendly to pretend that it's a sequel, but they are such benevolent gods that they allow you to carry over your progress. And then they act like there's some form of crossplay compatibility between the two versions of the game when we are literally playing on the exact same client, just with the PvE content not available to us. Because it's just a really big content update with an optional PvE expansion pack. So let's take a look at what you get for your money should you decide to buy Overwatch 2. First and foremost, yes, the purchase of Overwatch 2 does include access to the core PvP game modes if you don't own the original Overwatch already, so you don't have to buy the game twice or anything. Furthermore, you get access to the story mode. Story mode includes an unspecified number of missions that moves the story of Overwatch forward. This is not like during the Archives event where they only show you a glimpse of the past. This has major relevance to the ongoing narrative of the franchise. In every mission, you will be able to choose from a select few characters that are relevant to the plot of each respective mission. You won't be able to play a Talon character when going on a story mission for Overwatch agents, for example. Every single story mission gets an introductory cutscene as well as a cinematic cutscene at the end to move the plot forward. The way that PvE missions play out this time is a little bit different than you know from the PvP game modes though. For one, their current plan is to give you full access to all of your PvE talents, we'll get into that in a bit, and you can also find items throughout the mission that kinda act as really big power-up cooldowns, like summoning a massive barrier or dropping a very powerful healing pad. You can replay missions on a variety of different difficulty settings if you desire to do so, but that usually just amounts to more enemies, more HP, and more aimbot. Furthermore, you get access to hero missions. Now, hero missions are meant to be your main XP grind to level up your different characters. When leveling up your heroes, you get access to new talents that gradually increase your power. And hero missions are essentially just daily quests with a variety of different objectives that you grind away on for the sake of XP. A hero mission can take place on any of the maps that we know and love, and according to the trailer, that might even change the look of them a bit depending on the mission you are playing. The overall narrative of Overwatch 2 as a story-focused PvE expansion revolves around a global invasion of the Null Sector, a group of hostile robots trying to wipe out humanity. Considering we spent almost 4 years getting the band back together, you take the remnants of the formerly dissolved Overwatch organization and try to fight back. The trailer implies Null Sector as well as the underground organization Talon to be the main villains throughout, but we don't know yet if we get to play missions from different party perspectives. There's a number of characters in the game that don't align with either Overwatch nor Talon, but still have their own plot points, and it would definitely be interesting to see if they want to pursue these kinds of storylines, or even allow us to play Talon missions. But again, they did not hint at any of these things being part of the plan so far. And even if you decide to not purchase Overwatch 2, you still get a lot of content to look forward to. A whole suite of new heroes, something I had to cut out of the video because it was nonsense, as well as the addition of a number of new maps and the new core PvP game mode Push. Now, I don't want to waste your time by explaining how the core game mode works because I think that would merit a video on its own. It's totally not because I don't understand it or anything. PLDR, calling Overwatch 2 a sequel is more of a marketing move than a proper representation of what the product actually is. It's a bundled expansion pack DLC that includes the base PvP game while also giving you access to a completely new PvE component. The launch of this will coincide with a massive update to the game that includes visual upgrades and new content that obviously all players will get to enjoy because it is fundamentally still the exact same game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like the Archives event, and you're essentially getting more of what you already enjoyed with some amount of gameplay variety and a fully supported PvE system that allows you to enjoy playing Overwatch without the frustration that is inherent to a team-based PvP game. For everyone who doesn't care about that, there's still a lot of content to look forward to. It is worth noting that Overwatch 2 does not have a release date yet, and they also announced that the upcoming Archives event will not feature a new mission, as they are focusing on making new missions for the upcoming release. The event does return with its old missions though, and new cosmetics are also going to keep coming. They will also come up with some quality of life changes though, like being able to participate in custom games and the training range while sitting in queue. But that's enough for today. I hope this video helped you understanding what Overwatch 2 actually is, and if it did, do let me know by dropping me a like on your way out and leave a comment down below highlighting your favorite feature coming with this sequel. But until then, thank you everybody so much for watching, consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out on any more of my videos, and I hope to see you guys next time.